I just want to point something out interesting I've been thinking about, and that's this notion of territorial spirits. And it's mentioned in the Bible. For example, in Daniel 10:13, it says, "But the prince of the Persian kingdom resisted me 21 days. Then Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, because I was detained there with the king of Persia." So it's a spiritual type entity that is in charge of Persia, and Michael, who was in charge of the Semites, had to help him. And if in the on this Learn the Bible page, it's interesting because it says the messenger angel who came to bring the interpretation of Daniel's vision. He's not named in the passage. And then the prince of Persia, they say, is evidently a fallen angel working under the direction of Satan, who operates as the god of this world. Corinthians 4:4. The prince of Persia withstood the messenger angel for 21 days and hindered him from coming to Daniel. By this we know that the prince of Persia is of the evil one. This should not be surprising, since Paul warned us, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's from Ephesians 6:12. Principalities refer to the rule of princes, and the prince of Persia was one of these principalities. Michael is one of the chief princes. Michael comes to the rescue of the messenger angel and relieves him for a time so that he might bring the interpretation of the vision. And Michael is an archangel. So that's very telling, because they're claiming that the people on this planet are assigned to territorial spirits. And this territorial spirit is a national angel or demon who rules over certain geographical areas in the world. And it's a Christian type of philosophy. And they are fighting amongst each other. So originally they were sons of God, and they fought. So something here is quite off, and they say Satan is the ruler of this world. And it's depending on what you think Satan is. Some, for me, it's Prometheus and his group, and others say Kronos, the demiurge, and his group. At this point, I'm starting to think it's just a big system, but we need to look further at what these entities are. And so I'm going to get into that a little bit more. I'm going to next talk about Aleister Crowley and what he picked up in Egypt. One last thing I want to point out is take a look at national flags. You'll find that most European countries, or countries that were created by Europeans, have a lot of red, white, and blue, or the blue, whereas a lot of African or Middle Eastern tend to have a lot of the green. And their primary colors, often with the exception of the blue that may go sky blue. But I haven't seen many that include orange, with the exception of Ireland, or purple, or browns, or any of the other colors in the spectrum or variation. And you might argue, well, it's the people who created it, but there's also symbolism in those flags, and you'll see a lot of crosses and X's with European, whereas Middle Eastern will have that crescent and star, and some of the other places, have a different symbol. But that's kind of interesting as well. So it's interesting to me how the land's been divided up and the colors and symbols associated with the founding people. Okay, that's it. Thank you.